Hello, Steel Studio. Rick Mooney here. Haven't done a little bit of show in a while. Took a little break, man. Took a little break. Couldn't stand all the negativity. I understand it. I get it. I mean, another playoff loss. But we lost that season when we lost those last four games in a row. That put us in a position to have to go on the road to Baltimore. There is not probably one team in the NFL that would have any better chance than us of winning that game in Baltimore that day. Um, I didn't like our schemes. We tried to come back on offense, but the defensive scheme was just so bad. Don't understand that. But man, people are bashing the Rooneys, and this pisses me off. Don't bash the Rooneys. They are the best ownership in the league. Yeah, they are very loyal to their coaches, but look at the record. I know. We haven't won a playoff game, blah, blah, blah. They know that too, and they're not happy about it. If it continues, guaranteed, Tomlin, unfortunately, will be gone. But they've had three head coaches since 1970, won more games since 1970, 1969 than any other team in the NFL. And they have more Super Bowl championships than any other team in the NFL, tied with New England because of the great Tom Brady. How can we sit here and say they're bad ownership? I know we're living in the past, as people say. Bullshit. They still got them. We're still good. We still made the playoffs. And man, we messed up. But here's the difference: they don't sit on their hands. Every year, the Rooneys and Omar or whoever, Kevin Colbert, but mostly Omar, he's been good, I think. They try to make the team better, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But they do. They try to get Ayuk. They did trade for Minka. Look at the people we've signed in free agency. We never did that before. We've traded guys away that weren't working out. That never used to happen. Kenny Pickett, Deontay, their attitudes, and probably Pickens if it continues. But I think they love Pickens. I think you better grow up. But yeah, man, I think the Rooneys care about the organization. They don't care about the money. Usually we spend to the cap. We have a lot of cap room this year, and they're going to do it again. They're going to go draft more players. They've gotten back to drafted offensive linemen, defensive linemen coming here soon, and that's what the Philadelphia Eagles have done. And they're coincidentally one of the guys, Andy Weidel, that built that team, is one of our assistant GM. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten a job somewhere else. He built the Eagles, a lot of what they have, and they built it on the lines, and that's what we're going to try and do. The line was very, very young, not as young as we wanted it to be, or younger than we wanted it to be, with the injuries to Daniels, Herbig, and of course our number one pick, Montana. What do you expect? But the guys that went in played well, but they just did not play well as a unit. So now here we are, and we were 10-6, 10-7, and everybody's acting like we went three fucking wins. Come on, this organization is not bad. We still got Minka, we still got TJ. Believe me, I was pissed when we lost the playoff game because those guys didn't show up. It's like you pay a guy $30 million a year like TJ and Highsmith and Minka. Where are they? They never won a playoff game. It's disgusting. So all we can do is move forward. The offensive line is going to be a little better, older. We'll add to it, I'm sure. We'll get in a second receiver like we tried to last year. They're not going to not get one this year. We even have more cap room. We will probably sign Justin Fields. I'm excited about that. A veteran backup if it doesn't work out. And we may draft one or draft one next year. What else do you want the Rooneys to do? You want them to sell the team. You want them to fire Tomlin, fire Arthur Smith, start all over. Maybe we'll get Andy Dalton or something. Come on, that doesn't always work. We have the pieces. We have the system. It just needs tweaked. No, I wanted the offensive line coach fired. I wanted Terrell Austin fired, but obviously they feel that they did a good enough job. I mean, the defense was top 10. Just collapsed when it counted, but would we really have beaten Kansas City anyway? Nah. On the road, no. You need home playoff games, and the schedule didn't do us any favors. That schedule was set up for that hard knocks, and it was brutal, and it beat us up, and we were done. When we have a normal schedule, and get this quarterback situation settled, whether it's Russ or Justin. I'm not as down on Russ as everybody else seems to be. Yeah, I didn't like the way he played there at the end, but he was running for his life and nobody was open. What's he supposed to do? I don't know that Justin would have been any better. But I do think Justin could be a franchise guy, and I'd like to see it. I like the running ability. I was never for that before. I hated running quarterbacks, but I think he is what we need right now with that athletic ability. If he can learn and not make mistakes and pass the ball, he's got a great arm. Not just the first read, second read, third read. Get that understanding. It seems to be learning. He's finally getting coached after all these years here. He's better than anybody in the draft, in my opinion. So I'm excited about that guy. Excited what he can do. He's a great kid, and the team seems to rally around him. And I love Russ's attitude. I love the way Russ played. He's mostly just a deep ball guy. I don't know why he couldn't shut down, and he's short. So I love the guy, though. I think he's great. I hate that everybody hates him so much because he did everything right. He was supposed to do. It wasn't all his fault. So we're gonna move forward. We're gonna support the Rooneys. The Rooneys know what they're doing, and Omar's gonna load up again. And people are gonna be shocked when we're like 9-2 again or 10-2, and we're not gonna have the collapse. And we're gonna have home playoff games, and who knows where we'll go. So sit back, relax. We love the Steelers, 6-time Super Bowl champions, and believe me, it has everything to do with the Rooneys, those Steelers.